The movie opens in a snowy forest of Japan, where lies a cozy apartment. Inside, we see the gang members of a powerful and renowned gang Yonu, but they look tense. They whisper about the death threats they receive from another more powerful gang, Shadow of Death. The gang leader ignores the warning threats and asks for a woman for pleasure. But soon, when he sits alone with an innocent girl inside a room, a dark, tall man wearing armor and an iron cloak attacks on him. He kills the leader brutally in front of the girl. The falling noise signals the other members of the gang, and they slowly invade the room, and what they see inside gives them goosebumps. The beheaded body of their leader lies on the ground, and the only suspect they see is a girl shivering nearby. She points out someone at their back, and the Shadow of Death appears again and kills them all. In the climax of the scene, the second leader attacks the Shadow of Death, and he gets a bullet in his chest while saving the innocent girl. It causes him great loss as he loses consciousness. The second leader removes the mask of Shadow and gets shocked to see a girl face behind the mask. It was a girl who killed half of his gang members. All of a sudden, the room gets dark because of a power breakdown, and another Shadow gang member appears on screen. This one is a girl and an assassin too. She fights with all men and kills them all instantly. This assassin girl is Umbra. She finishes, and the whole gang returns to the unconscious Shadow girl whose name is Nomi. Fortunately, Nomi is alive because of her bulletproof jacket. Umbra injects some medicine in her body to save her, but soon they share an intense conversation. Umbra gets angry at Nomi for her irresponsible behavior during their mission. She clears their vision that if they are supposed to kill someone, they must achieve their target without even thinking about anyone. She points out their failure and Nomi's mistake to save the girl while killing her target, so the results don't give them pleasure. Umbra decided to punish Nomi for her mistake and asks her to leave their place. She clears that Nomi is responsible for her mistake, so she has to quit the mission. Umbra shows a kind gesture by providing Nomi some medicine for her better recovery. Nomi doesn't look happy for her dropout, but Umbra informs her that she will send her somewhere else. Both travel to reach their point where they meet with their boss of the Shadow of Death, because they are going to start their new mission. But Umbra does allow Nomi to join their upcoming mission. Instead, she forces her to leave for Jakarta. Their gang leader agrees with Umbra. Nomi, with a heavy heart, leaves them through a plane, but Umbra promises her that she will make her a phone call daily. Nomi reaches Jakarta, but she misses her gang member. She only has to pass her time secretly without doing anything purposeful. She eats her medicine daily, but finds no happiness in her boring routine. She tries to call Umbra from a secret location every morning, but nobody picks up her call. Nomi gets disappointed and returns back to the apartment, but soon she comes to see a young boy named Monji, a powerful character in this movie. She became impressed to see the young boy Monji taking care of her mother. Nomi realizes that Monji's mother looks drug addictive. Nomi ignores them, but the same night Nomi wakes up to strange noises coming from Monji's apartment. Upon looking, Nomi finds out that some street bangers are trying to abuse Monji's mother. Nomi gets back to sleep, but the next day she wakes up to bad news. Monji's mother died last night. Nomi silently observes the police receiving the dead body. They don't help Monji because the police officer was also supportive of street criminals. Nomi leaves the place, but soon, when she was eating her dinner, Monji woke up to her and asked for food. Nomi finds Monji, a broken young child who speaks about his mother's murder. He disclosed that the murderers were the customers of his mother, and he would kill them soon to revenge his mother. This sparks a friendship between Monji and Nomi takes him to the graveyard, where he cries on his mother's grave. On the very next day, Nomi doesn't find Monji. She looks for him in his apartment, where she comes to know that an unknown street criminal was looking for something. The criminal takes a phone call from his boss, Haga, who was asking him to clear the evidence. The criminal named Jeki finally finds the evidence, but before he leaves, he encounters Nomi. Nomi, with intense emotions, asks him about Monji, but Jeki underestimates Nomi as a girl and attacks her instead of answering. He ended up brutally beaten by Nomi. Nomi forces him to take her to his boss, Haga. He becomes agreeable, and when they reach a hotel where they want to meet Haga, Nomi gets interacted with an angry lady named Soraya. Jeki informs her that Soya is Haga's sister. Jeki introduces Nomi as a customer and asks Soya to arrange a meeting between Haga and Nomi. Soraya leaves them, but at that moment, Nomi checks the CCTV footage and gets shocked to see Monji in the cameras. She realizes that Monji was brought to this hotel. She loses her temper and attacks Soraya. She shows her real action and leaves no chance for Soraya to attack back. Not only Soraya, Nomi attacked Haga too and severely injured them. But somehow, she underestimates Soraya. She was not an ordinary lady. She manages to grab a pistol and shoot a fire on them, but here luck supports Nomi. The bullet hits Haga instead of Nomi. Haga dies on the spot, which makes his sister burst up with anger. An intense fight occurs between Soraya and Nomi, but soon police arrive there. Nomi finds it safer to escape with Jackie through a car, but Jackie doesn't want to be on Nomi's side. He looks tensed to realize that now he will be considered a facilitator for Haga's murder. Jacket forcefully drops out Nomi from his car and drives away, leaving Nomi on the road alone and confused. Another scene begins with the appearance of an old friend of Haga. He receives a phone call, but he gets shocked to know that sad news of his friend's death. The police inspector named Prasetyo finds out Nomi in CCTV footage and starts searching for her. He talks with Ariel, another criminal, and his partner in crime. Ariel is the son of the governor, and his father supports him in every kind of matter. Here we get to know that Ariel is the one who has kidnapped Monji. He tortures the young boy. But when the scene swipes, we see a glimpse of Jackie, who is taking care of his old and sick mother. At that moment, the police officer Prasetyo makes a raid on Jay's home along with his team. He asks multiple times about Nomi from Jackie. This investigation makes Jackie scared, but he refuses to inform them about Nomi's location. He informs them they are already parted ways. Suddenly, one of Prasetyo's men died by someone firing. Upon listening to the noise, police came out of Jackie's room to find out who killed their man. But dramatically, Nomi arrives there. She is the one who killed Prasetyo's man, and now she takes a look at all the policemen and kills them one by one. But at the end, when Nomi turns towards Prasetyo and tries to shoot him, Jackie grabs her from her back. She tries hard to kill Prasetyo, but he manages to escape through his car. Nomi finds another way to chase him continuously. Here comes another twist. While chasing Nomi, she gets struck by a car driven by none other than Ariel. When he steps out of his car, Nomi waits for a moment and suddenly attacks Prasetyo, and this time she finally finishes him. Now Ariel is in distress. He lost 2 of his friends in just one night. This makes him lose his temper and starts beating Nomi with his full strength. He drags her to his home and ties her with a rope vertically. He now aims to torture her, but fortunately his father, Governor, arrives there and doesn't let him torture the girl. The wicked father shares his plan with Ariel that until they have Monji as a prisoner, Nomi is forced to work for them. He informs Ariel about the most important deal, which is going to be done tomorrow. He wants Nomi to kill the second person, Kabil, in this deal. So the governor, along with Ariel, sends Monji and Jackie into Nomi's room. They are all prisoners now. Nomi gets shocked to see Monji because he was severely tortured by these criminals. His swollen face and bleeding body were proof of their inhuman torture on Monji. Following their plan the next day, Governor put Monji in his car while driving to the location where the possible deal was going to happen. They took Nomi along with Ariel in his car, and when they reached the desired place, Ariel instructs Nomi to kill all of Kabil's men after the deal if she wants Monji to be alive. During the deal, Kabil brought a bag full of money, and Nomi forcefully sent it to them with a bag full of drugs. She successfully exchanges the Monday with drugs and brings back the Monday bag to Ariel. Ariel gives her a pistol and secretly signals her to kill Kabil. He chuckles at Kabil and informs him that Nomi is a bonus gift for her. This statement makes Kabil extremely happy, as he thinks a girl is going to be his gift in this deal. But soon, when Nomi reaches near to kill Kabil, Jackie realizes that Monji has stopped breathing. He yelled to inform Nomi about Monji's death. His screaming sound not only shocks Nomi, but Kabil too realizes that Ariel was about to kill him, breaking the deal rules. Kabil angrily shouts and orders his men to open fire at Ariel and his men. All of a sudden, there starts a massive gunfire between these two groups. Taking advantage of the situation, Jackie secretly opens the car door, making the governor visible to Kabil. Kabil doesn't waste a moment and kills the governor. Seeing his father dead makes Ariel lunatic, and with extreme aggression he starts shooting everyone. Soon he finishes all of Kabil's men, including Kabil. But the rest of the part is the most interesting part of the movie. Nomi is still in Ariel's way, and now the real fight begins between the two of them. Ariel makes several attempts to kill Nomi, but Nomi is sharper than him. She kills him in one instance by cutting his throat. But one villain was still remaining, Soraya. Jeki starts his car and strikes it to Soraya and finishes her. Jeki, along with Nomi, drives the car, but suddenly a car strikes them. Upon facing each other, Nomi realizes that new arrivals were none other than her gang member, who is now willing to kill Nomi, as she has attracted many enemies. Umbra tries to shoot Nomi, but somehow she manages to escape outside. After an intense fight, Umbra overcomes Nomi when their boss arrives there and orders Umbra to kill Nomi. But Nomi feels uneasy about killing Nomi. She suddenly opens fire at their boss, and in return, the boss kills her with multiple fires. During this, Nomi stands up and shoots her boss, trying to save her, but she fails. With a heavy heart, Nomi returns back and buries Monji's body beside his mother's grave. The thriller ends with a deep emotional scene of Nomi feeling sorrow for all her losses. Thank you for being a part of our video. If these tales of mystery and intrigue sent shivers down your spine, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more bone-chilling narratives. Stay tuned. And until next time, stay captivated.